Well, hello there, Leo. How are you? It is so good to see you. I am Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. We are so glad that you joined us. So today we are doing a little bit of a different reading. We are going to tap into the energies of this new moon in Scorpio and the solar eclipse that we will have. Both of them occur on October 25th. So during this time, there is always some big news or epiphany that you will receive. So we here in the United States, we call it the October surprise, and it's because Scorpio is an energy of keeping secrets. And during this time of the new moon in Scorpio, the secret comes out or the epiphany comes in. So something big usually shifts at this time. So what we're going to do is first take a look at what area of your life that may occur in, and then we're going to see what is this big news that you are receiving or an epiphany that you are getting. And then what emotions is it going to trigger? Because Scorpio, again, is represented by the Death card. It's about understanding that our emotions sometimes drive our actions, and taking a good look at the emotions that are triggered because of this news will help you to determine what it is that you truly want and desire in this situation. And then we'll take a look at what changes or advice that you have from Spirit about how to take this to bring in what it is that you truly want, what your heart truly desires at this time. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's take a look first at what area of your life this is going to take place in. We have the Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. I really love that. And a loyal heart. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yours is in the romance area, or it could be a deep soul connection, a deep friend connection, or perhaps even a family connection. But because we have infinite possibilities, I'm getting two messages, and then we'll see what comes out next. But there could be, a connection that you're thinking about that maybe there is some conflict in, and understanding that there's more than one way. There's an infinite number of ways of having this come back together, or different perspectives, understanding the perspectives of both people in this situation. Or the other thing is coming into this realization that there's a lot of fish in the sea. If you are closing the chapter on one relationship that, or you're feeling that you want to, right? That you don't have to feel like that's the only person for you. That maybe perhaps you're opening to this idea that there could be other possibilities of love out there for you. All right, so we're going to move on. We're going to take a look at what the big news is, what emotions this may trigger within you, and then what changes or transformations this might make in your life, or how you can, proceed, some kind of advice here. So let's see what we have. Wow, and you have the transformation card coming out. So this is the Death card, definitely transforming, and I would say, moving from a sense of lack, okay, perhaps not feeling worthy enough in a certain relationship or in relationships in general, to feeling very grateful for whatever has transpired, understanding that this is part of a soul lesson. With the Teacher card, you could have been the teacher, or the other person could have been the teacher, but opening you up to learning more about yourself, about love relationships, about relationships in general, about perhaps what it is that you truly desire in your relationships, right? And maybe what has been holding you back from having what it is that you desire. So for instance, perhaps you're working on having healthier boundaries, right? Or understanding your worth, and understanding that you deserve to have, people in your life that support you and cherish you and love you for who you are. That you don't have to change yourself, over and over again. All right, so let's see. And we have the Star. we have the Six of Cups, and believe it or not, we have the Death card again with the Ten of Pentacles underneath. So I feel like this could be somewhat of a family relationship. It could be romantic, but it's somebody that's been in your life for a very long time, maybe somebody that you have children with, or it could be somebody that has, you know, like in your immediate family, because we have a lot of family energy here. And that something has to change, something has to transform in order for the healing to occur, in order for whatever it is that you're wishing for in the situation to heal. Okay, this is your wishes and dreams, right? You understand something has to end in order for you to get what it is that you truly want. So let's take a look now at what the big news is. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords and we have taking steps. Somebody here, all right, is the big news here is that somebody wants to take steps to move in a different direction. The Seven of Swords is about secrets, you know, perhaps, you know, going away in the middle of the night, something like that. So let's clarify this and see what this energy is, what this news is. And remember, it can be an epiphany. Yeah, lovely energy here. Yeah, you have underneath, you have the Queen of Swords. I think you've been waiting for some time to try to decide what it is that you want in a certain connection or in a love connection. Okay, so you may not be with somebody right now, but what is it that I really want out of love? You know, what does that look like? What does that person, what traits does that person have? What feelings do I want when I'm in this connection? There's, we have a lot of, we have the King and Queen of Wands here. Of course, you are fire energy with the Ace of Cups. There's this energy of really going within and understanding that you can manifest whatever it is that you want as long as you put the time and the effort into it, right? That there is something that you want to work on here. So I get the sense that there could be somebody here that is divulging a secret. I feel like you're getting some news about a secret. Somebody's been holding back some information, holding back their emotions. Now, either you have been holding them back and you're ready to disclose them, or somebody else has been holding back their feelings, kind of keeping their cards close to their chest. You see how it's actually a snake in this illustration is holding, an egg, holding it close. It's something that somebody is desiring, right? Somebody wants to take steps here or move away from a certain connection. You could be wanting to move away from connection, or you could be getting information about moving, somebody else wants to leave a connection. But there's this sense, we have the Queen of Cups. I think you're the one that is taking the action, Leo. I really do, because look, your energy is coming in. We have the Strength card, right? You're stepping into loving who you are, filling up your own cup before you give to a certain connection, right? You're deciding, I want to go in a new direction. I want to go in the direction where I can find other people that love me for who I am, that I don't have to twist and turn myself into a contortion. So perhaps you have been feeling as if you're holding yourself back from what it is that you really want, because you're twisting and turning yourself like a snake into almost contorting yourself into what somebody else wants you to be. And it's kind of like, I'm taking steps. I want to be who I really am. I want to step into the courage of, really shining my light, putting my love out there, understanding, okay? There's more than one. I really am getting that. There's more than one fish in the sea, This connection may not be bringing you the satisfaction that you're looking for in your love life. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm moving in a different direction. Now, for some of you, this could be a family situation where you feel like you're not being supported by your family, that they don't see you for who you are, right? And you're continuing to perhaps choose careers or people that are in your life based on what your family wants for you instead of what you want for yourself. So you're taking the steps, you're moving away, you're saying, I'm going on this new path. I really think you're stepping onto a new path, and you're okay being by yourself. You understand this is something new I'm doing for myself. Because there's, it's almost this sense that, with the infinite possibilities, it's almost this sense there's so much out there and I'm being confined to a certain situation that's not satisfying me at this time. So what emotions triggers this in you? It's a spiritual awakening. You are stepping into this energy of wanting, needing to go deep within yourself to find what it is that you love about yourself. It's almost about surrendering to the journey of discovering what you love about yourself. Falling back in love with yourself will help to bring in the true love for you. So let's go ahead and clarify this. This is a lovely energy of, there's a lot of strength here. Understanding, I have to end this cycle that I'm in order to go on this healing journey. And I feel like for many of you, and you could already be on your healing journey, I think you're kind of like, okay, maybe you awakened, you've been kind of on a healing journey, and now all of a sudden you're realizing, okay, I've done what I can on this level. I'm ready to go to the next level, to, go down the rabbit hole more, or perhaps to, meet other people that see the world in the spiritual way that you see it. Perhaps you want to step into being a Reiki healer or finding some education, so that you can help other people heal. Yeah, you're determined. Wow, this is lovely energy. You have the Libra energy of justice, really going after. For some of you, you could be understanding that to get to this point of truly loving yourself, you may have had to go through the legal system in some way to step into that energy, to kind of fight for what is yours. That may have helped you to open up to understanding that you are worthy of what is rightfully yours, right? The Queen of Cups is also very intuitive. So I feel like you're opening up to your intuition. You're finding your determination and your perseverance by tapping into your intuition, because I feel like at this time, the 3D world does not, you're feeling like the 3D world maybe doesn't support you at this time. You're not getting maybe what you consider a validation that you're on the right path, that this is the path for you to go on. So you're kind of stepping really into this Queen of Cups energy, understanding that your intuition is spot on. Okay, because this is what this situation is triggering. So let's go back to the news, right? You could find out a secret about somebody that's in your life. Okay, I'll share a story. When I was a teenager, right? I moved a lot as a child, and there was another move on the horizon, and I did not know that at the time. And I came in, and my parents didn't know that I had come into the house. I was coming home from school or whatever. And they were talking about the move. And they were talking, because I was in high school at the time, they were talking about how detrimental that might be, because, I was changing high school, in the middle of high school, right? And I heard the discussion, like they hadn't even told me that we were moving, right? And so I remember, I kind of walked in and they stopped talking. It was like we're not talking about this right now. I remember having that feeling. We're not talking about this right now. But I remember overhearing that conversation and already making changes in my mind about, okay, what am I doing with my friends? What am I doing with my schoolwork? Like, the wheels were already turning and I hadn't even heard. I feel like it's almost as if you intuitively know somebody's going to drop some news on you and you already know what you're going to do. It's almost as if, yeah, when they tell me the news, then this is what I am going to do. Because you have the Ace of Wands. You want to go in a new direction. There's this energy of, yes, I'm ready to bring more balance into my life. I feel like whatever this is that may be ending, you're suddenly realizing when you get this news, you're suddenly realizing this is my chance to bring balance back into my life, you know? And how you're going to perceive how you move forward in a determined way. It really reminds me of how I felt when I overheard my parents talking. You know, there was something that just went I just right up my spine, and I just remember, you know, just like, okay, I know what I'm going to say when we do have that conversation. Of course, I was just a kid. What can we say? So what is the transformation or change? You are changing, looking at things, because you have the transformation card, right? Ending something, ending the sadness of a situation, okay? To see the gratitude, to see the silver lining. So I think something is changing here, but it's almost as if secretly you have been wanting this change. It's like when it comes in, you immediately go on to your path of, okay, I know where I'm going now, right? Because you're going to turn, you see how the Five of Cups, she's looking at what she has lost here instead of what she still has. So I feel there is this energy of, you may initially be sad and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, wait a minute, there's a silver lining. I have an out. It's almost as if, wait a minute, this gives me the opportunity to go in another direction that maybe you have been wanting secretly to go in, right? But you just didn't have perhaps the courage, the determination, the inspiration to do it. You could have been worried that maybe you were going to have to go to court. Okay, there's this almost this energy, well, I'd have to go fight in court. And now what you're understanding is, okay, if I have to go fight in court, I'll go fight in court, right? But I think that there's this opening that opens up, so you're kind of like, yeah, I don't have to go in court now, right? It's almost like a gift from the universe. This is really kind of intriguing, I'll have to say, Leo, an intriguing reading. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, 10 of Cups, Page of Cups. Yeah, you're no longer feeling the sadness. You're transforming the sadness and realizing, wait a minute, this is an opportunity for me to go after what I truly want. It's almost as if, let's say you were dating somebody and you've been dating for a while, and you know, you're kind of like, yeah, I just don't know if this is really the person I want to be with for the rest of my life, right? Because we have the infinite possibilities and we have the loyal heart. So maybe you've been dating for some time and you're kind of like getting into this position of holding back a little bit because you're just not really sure, but there's no one else around, you know, that you want to date. So you're kind of like staying in this relationship, but you're just not sure where it's going to go. And then you are having a conversation with this person and they're kind of like, yeah, what do you think about the holidays coming up or something like that, and then they're kind of like, yeah, I think, they say, I want to spend the holidays with my family. Maybe you should spend the holidays with your family. And you're kind of like, oh my goodness, this is the end, this is really the end. And perhaps you're the one that says, yeah, I think that's a good idea because I think I'm going in a different direction, right? Like there's an opportunity opportunity that appears, right? And you're kind of like, oh my goodness. It's almost the good part of the snake is you can meander into this little pathway that is opening up for you so that you can go after what it is that you really and truly want. Yeah, really lovely energy. I think it puts you into a really good spot of going, getting your wishes granted. The Nine of Cups is about, I'm sorry, the Star, about getting your wishes granted, stepping into the energy of being able to, it's really kind of like an opportunity that puts you in place, in literally a place so that you can bring in what it is that you truly want. Yeah, how can I deepen my trust right now? Interesting, because it's almost as if you may not trust yourself or you may not trust the universe that this is going to work out. So you're kind of holding back. Like you could be thinking, oh, if I break up with this person, there's maybe nobody else out there, and then maybe I'll never get married, or, you could be going down that route. And then suddenly something happens and it's kind of like, this is a good opportunity for me to go in another direction to get what it is that I truly want. All right, trust, surrender, let go of the wheel. You can trust. You can trust yourself, trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety. And when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Yeah, I really love that energy, Leo. Just trusting that whatever, there's a lot of possibilities, right? So whatever is transpiring in this, it's to put you in a position where you can, step onto a path, a new path that will bring you what it is that you truly want. All right, well, Leo, I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. And I wish you so much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.